Alright, let's get this up here and let's hop inside. Let me kill the music on my background. Alright guys, alright, we're still outside and let's get into the aircraft like this. Alright, so we are in the Black Square Cessna Caravan, the 208, and we have a lovely flight for you. So let me see if I can get this flight in here. So we're gonna open our Navigraph charts, and it's probably in here somewhere. Alright, so let's load this one up because it's in here. Here we go. This is not the correct one. Alright, unload this one. I think it must be this one. No. Let's unload and import. Import from SimBrief. Because I think it's in SimBrief. Yeah, that's the one. Here we go. And the options is we're gonna fly VFR 6,000 feet and then hide it up here. Alright guys, this stream is gonna be in 2D mode. So we're gonna depart here from Lima Echo Charlie Delta, and then we're gonna fly to Huesca, Pamplona. That's Pamplona. We go to San Sebastian. There's a lovely airport here, San Sebastian. Just gonna fly around it. A beautiful area. And then we're gonna fly to Bilbao. That's our flight. It's gonna be a long flight. And we're gonna here from the Pyrenees to the south. Huesca is also still in the Pyrenees section here. And just fly on the southern part of the Pyrenees and then cross to the coastline here. That's gonna be our lovely little flight for tonight. Let's close the Navigraph charts. We're not going to use ATC or any say intentions or beyond ATC. We're just gonna fly. I've got the chat up so I can see the chat as well. So first let's start up the aircraft. Let's get some power on. Let's get our light on. Let's make sure that our fuel selectors are set. Alright, so we got the fuel selector valve is closed. This one goes to ground idle. Throttle is closed. I've got a head tracker also, so let's use that as well. And this is, let me see, that's the generator. Ignition can come on. Let's get the other things on, and then we have to hit the starter switch. And we're gonna watch this one climb up, and then we're gonna introduce a little bit of fuel. See the ITT rising. Kind of strange, it's going all the way up to 9 something, but that's fine. prop lever full. Get the fuel flow here, everything's fine, everything looks fine. Alright, so we come back in here. Got the booster pumps on normal. Ignition off. Starter light off. Gonna set our taxi light, snuff light. That's all set. Seatbelts on. Camera lights, well, it's gonna be fine. Let's get our pitot-static heat on. And our stall heat on. This one I'm gonna set to GPS. Let's see if we have the flight plan in here. Probably not yet. Alright, so let's hit Shift 2. Let's have a look here. So we go to our menu. Oh, wrong button. We have to go to the flight plan first, flight plan page. So there's no flight plan in here, but we're gonna import our flight plan from SimBrief. LECD to LEBB. Alright, so now it's all loaded in. 6,000 feet. Back to the map. I'm gonna zoom out. There it is. So the first waypoint is USCA, that's a VOR. So we want to have the VOR 114.55. We're gonna set that in there. And the other one is in here. That's Pamplona. And we can set PPN Pamplona info 112.3, so that's in this standby. Alright, looking good. Let's see if we can hide a little bit of the airspaces, intersections, NDBs, and we got all these ones. We're gonna change this field from ground speed, that's the wind. There we go. Nice. And back up here. Alright guys, well, let's see. Zoom out a little bit here. It's beautiful weather outside. Let's have a quick look outside. We start it up. Weather is fine, weather is good. Alright. So flaps can be set to first stage, that's here. That's all set. Now we're gonna go take off here, and there's probably a straight takeoff. That's all set on the here on a GPS, so CDI, yeah, it's that one, and then we can also switch to the nav mode, and then follow the VOR. But we're just gonna fly on the GPS and enjoy the scenery here. Alright, let's get the transponder on. Let's fix a little bit of the engine. It always seems to start up with some failures, but that's fine. Right. It's kind of cold, and I want to set the bleed air on. Alright. Okay guys, well, I think it's time to taxi out. Let's see if my head tracker still works. Yeah, that works. Right. And I have to disable the preview in OBS for a better frame rate, of course. Alright, let's go. Let's release the parking brake. That one is set there. Let's do on GPS. Everything is set correctly. Let's taxi out. I hope the sound is okay. Let me check real quick here. Let's get the flight sim sounds a little bit up. There we go. Check the brakes. Brakes checked. Let's turn a little bit over left. CDI. That's working, and the compass is working. Okay, we don't have much wind here. We're gonna backtrack on the runway. Really have to get used to flying in 2D mode, because normally I do everything in VR. But I think for a live stream it's better to do this in 2D mode. So we are at 3,850 feet high. We'll check the barometric. The altimeter is set. Oh. Let's continue taxiing. And then we have to turn around to here for runway 25. Yeah. So we're not going to worry about the transponder for now. Just a beautiful flight. Alright, let's line up. Alright, so first what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the heading bug runway heading. Then we're gonna set the altitude to I think we're gonna climb to 6,000 feet. A little bit too much. 6,000 feet. That's our heading. We're gonna disconnect the autopilot. Alright, so flaps are set, mixture is full, prop is full. We're on the brakes. Let's check if our trim is set correctly for takeoff. That's set. Alright, let's go. Here we go. We're already in the air. Flaps up. let's continue our flight. There's one thing I can do is change this to track up. Here we go. And zoom out a little bit. Let's correct the heading. This one. Oh. Let's get autopilot on. Let's set the altitude. It's a little bit windy. Hi guys, so we are in the air 6,000 feet. We're flying with the heading mode on. We can follow our track here. It's beautiful to fly in 2D mode, so you can enjoy the flight sim in all its glory. With almost everything on the Ultra, using lossless scaling, and I get around 166 frames per second now with lossless scaling. That's really amazing. We're not picking up our VOR yet, we are too far out. But, you can see this is our track, and the VOR is behind the mountains over there, so that's a long way from here. A little bit over right, so we can follow the valley. Set up our lights really good here, and then we are off. Beautiful scenery here. Let's have a look from the outside. That looks absolutely beautiful. So head tracking is off for now, so we can easily run these buttons. That's just a weather radar. Yeah, but it's not functional right now. the VOR is picking up. No, it's not really picking up the VOR yet. So just gently fly towards Huesca. That's our first waypoint. So if we go to the flight plan real quick. So that's 83 miles to Huesca. Might gonna climb a little bit higher to stay clear of the mountains, or we're just gonna follow the valleys. I think it will be lower in a minute, but we can follow this valley here till we get out of the higher mountains here. Follow a little bit of the river here on our left hand side. There's another small airport below us. So if I'm gonna turn on the head tracking, I'm gonna see it. Yeah, there is one. And we're just gonna turn in a little bit more to our track. As you can see, it's a little bit windy up here. What does the wind say? Let me check real quick here. The wind is about 12 knots, 13 knots. Alright, that's fine. I think we might want to climb a little bit higher, stay clear of everything, but we can still follow this this track here. We have to go to the right, we have to go to that side, so probably a little bit higher. Let's climb up a little bit. 8,000. Where's that button set? Altitude. Oh, come on. Altitude, and then we have to climb up in about 1,000 feet per minute, 1100. A little bit of power. There's no flight level climb in this this aircraft. But there's a lot of wind. So I hope you like the 2D stream. So it's quite different than VR. And for me this is really it's been a long time ago that I did a 2D flight. Since I switched over to VR. 1,000 feet to go. So now we can set the heading and then intercept our course slowly back to where it should be. And then we can switch over to nav mode. Right, almost at 8,000 feet. Just look at this, it is beautiful. Yeah, sometimes you just want to enjoy the sim in all its glory and really want to have everything on almost ultra. And the clouds are on ultra. But I'm really missing the whole depth perception. Let's follow the GPS. And I think we're gonna have a little turn over left and then intercept the course. Yeah, there we go. So we go to the flight plan. And our course to Ieska is 258, so it's about 260. 260, that's set. Just set the heading also at 258, 260. Here we go. Correct? Yeah, correct. There we go. Alright, now reduce the power a little bit. And a little bit of the torque. We are right on our track. Lovely, simply lovely. And look at it, there's a lake out there. And this is absolutely beautiful, right? So we can see our if I'm zooming in here on the main screen, so we can see nav 1 65.4, 65.2 here to the VOR, so that's on the VOR. So if I'm gonna, we're now on GPS, if I'm gonna switch this to the VOR, I'm now just following the VOR. There we go, almost. Here it is. Let's see if I go to 258. We're correctly tracking the VOR now. So that's not just the GPS. That one pro football kids. Yo man, welcome back to the stream, man. Thanks for joining again. Yo yo yo. There you are. So no VR today, but just flying in the 2D mode, the pancake mode, with the black square Cessna Grand Caravan. Let's set our this one, let's set it to 700 and then on altitude. Here we go again. Just getting used to flying in 2D mode, man. This is so strange for me because I'm used to flying in VR, but this is fun. This is fun. I hope all my, what's this? I got bleed air on. I got my fan on. this is all on, so that should be good. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit. I'm using head tracking, so let me reset the view. I'm using smooth track for head tracking, and then I'm using my phone, the camera on my phone, and there's an app you can buy for about 14 euros or dollars. It's called Smooth Track, and then use Open Track. That's the open source head tracking software. You connect it, and it is really working really good and smooth. So for me that's kind of funny to do it like this. I know most of the flight simulator streamers are using a head tracker, and this is something different than flying in VR. But the graphics are insanely beautiful. I think we have to descend back to 6,000 feet. Let me go back here, and then slowly we're gonna descend back to 6,000 feet. Otherwise we're gonna end up in the clouds, and we don't want to end up in the clouds because we want to enjoy the scenery. Oh, look at this. Almost all my settings are on ultra. This is beautiful, man. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. Ah. As we are slowly descending. Just look at this. Already coming up at USK VOR halfway. So it's 52 miles. Yeah. Let me see. Joker and Mila. Yo, this is my alternate account. Alright, that one pro football kid, aka Joker and Mila. Good to have you, man. Good to have you. Just look at this scenery, man. This is absolutely beautiful. Right, 1,000 feet to go before we hit 6,000 feet. Just look at those mountains outside. Gotta love this. Right, I might want to check on, maybe I can get, let me see, say intentions on. Do you want me to put say intentions on so we can hear some traffic? I can do that. Let me get say intentions on real quick. I have to change my my identity because we don't want to be VirtuSim Cargo, but we want to be VirtuSky or VirtuSky01, Kingsman 73. I don't know. That's VirtuSky01. Let's check that call sign, VirtuSky01. Alright. Then we go in here. So we got the correct one. So multiplayer, we can have that on. Preview. We don't need this one. Do we need an intercom? Who do we want to have on the intercom? Do we want to have a co-pilot or a cabin crew or a tour guide? Let's get a tour guide. How to assign? Let's get Sarah on. This is a professional tour guide. Alright. Let's go to center 12378. So we got center on. Are we still, what are we doing? Are we heading or are we on nav mode? Oh, we're not on nav mode. GPS. It's not tracking the GPS anymore. Let me check real quick. Because here we are on CDI, GPS. Yeah, and then enough GPS, but it's not tracking our GPS at this point. Alright. Probably have to go to heading mode now for real quick. Heading. Yeah, I have to go back to the track. When I noticed I was the only one watching, so I thought, why not join it from my alt? Yeah, man. Thank you very much. I love that. Really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So, I just turned on say intentions, so I can have a call with the this is called center, so we can have some radio calls and use some ATC as well. I can always switch it off. And we go into Bilbao. So center VirtuSky 01 is VFR en route to Bilbao. Request VFR flight following. Squawking 7000. VirtuSky 01. I have to switch. Say again for VirtuSky 01.
VirtuSky 01 identified 15 miles north of Benavarra Airport at 6,000 feet, heading to 60 QNH 1024.
QNH 1024, VirtuSky 01.
VirtuSky 01 identified 15 miles north of Benavarra Airport at 6,000 feet, heading to 60 QNH 1024.
QNH 1024, VirtuSky 01. Right.
VirtuSky 01 identified 15 miles north of Benavarra Airport at 6,000 feet, heading to 60 QNH 1024.
Okay, you already did say that.
VirtuSky 01 identified 1.
Alright, let's take with a new flight. Let's start. Because sometimes he doesn't always say that.
Mike Charlie climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Roger, VirtuSky 01.
VirtuSky 01, Bordeaux Control, state your request or intention.
Bordeaux Control, VirtuSky 01 is en route to Bilbao. According to our flight plan at 6,000 feet. Request VFR flight following. VirtuSky 01. I had to restart it a little bit with a new flight.
VirtuSky 01, squawk 6625 and I attend. VirtuSky 01 identified 14 miles north of Benavarra Airport at 5900 feet, heading to 59er QNH 1024.
QNH 1024, VirtuSky 01. Okay, so what do you say? What the hell is the welcome page on your Discord server? I'm so confused. Oh, is there it? I don't know, man. The welcome page. Is it a welcome page? Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me check Discord real quick. I don't think I have a. That's welcome at the general chat. Yeah, that's that's in Dutch. My son made that for me. Yeah, that's but that's all in Dutch. I have to change that to English. My son made my my Discord channel. That's why it's in Dutch. He had me copy some things, and I'm gonna change that to English. So yeah, we have, let's see how the head tracking works again now. Yeah, that works fine. Looking beautiful. Coming up at USK. And I used to work here in the neighborhood, so if I'm, let me go to the outside view here. So I used to work more closely at those mountains, that side, for 6 months. So yeah, this is USK, so we were more on this side in the mountains. So I used to work there for 6 months as a mountain climbing, canyon stuff things for activity holidays as an instructor. We did mountain biking, canyon hiking, rock climbing. That was always good fun. Pretty dangerous when doing the canyon tours, as you're upseiling through waterfalls and then follow a little stream that is streaming down the canyon, and you just follow that stream to till the end and then climb out the canyon. So that was always good fun to do. Let's speed up a little bit. So we're back at 6,000 feet. Let me sit correctly.
461 heavy cleared for the star arrival contact approach on 119.3.
Cleared for the star, switching to 119.3, GPS 461 heavy.
So yeah, this head tracking is really nice, and I'm just using my phone. I got my phone on top of my Alpha yoke. I can just easily look around. This is one of the cheapest head tracking that you can get. If you want to have a Tobii eye tracker or something else, it's way more expensive. This one works really good. Look at this. I can even sit up and down, and if I want to center the view again, go like this. So let me see, if I click here on the Discord. Oh yeah, that's all in Dutch. I see it. Yeah. Funny. Yeah, I'm gonna translate those to English for people, but those are the general rules of the server. Nothing special, and as more people can then join the Discord, I can fill it up with more content, of course. Alright, so USK is coming up. Here's the city of USK. Right there. That's where the city. Oh, here's the city. So if I'm gonna get my there we go again. Oh, and then it freezes. Alright, so hide and oh, dismiss. We're here. So here we are. These are the VFR maps, but if I go to the world's map, or satellite view. Alright, so here you've got that's the airfield.
November 672, Bravo Charlie, climb and maintain 10,000.
And I used to work all the way up here, somewhere here. Yeah, there's that mountain. Here's a little town called, I think it's called La Buerda. Don't know if it, yeah, that's here. La Buerda, and we climb up this mountain here. Yeah, that one. Alright, let's go to the VFR map. Let's zoom in on our track. So this is where we're going. Here's the airport of Zaragoza, south of Huesca. But we're going to Pamplona of the famous bullfighting. Just have a look at it. Beautiful. Spain is really beautifully rendered in the sim. So our next heading is gonna be, let me check real quick. Go in here. So our next heading is gonna be 303 towards Pamplona. Pamplona is already in that one, so 303. So our heading is gonna be 303. Are we flying heading or are we flying nav? Don't see it. GPS, yeah.
Report altitude passing.
Passing through flight level 260.
So the next one is 303. Ah, it's gonna be fine. Gonna fly through some clouds. I don't mind. So what you've been up to, and by the way, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. What have you been flying lately? Really have to get used to the head tracking. Because if I want to read the chat, I have to stop the head tracking. Go to an outside view. Oh, we're gonna fly through a cloud.
Papa Echo, maintain 8500, traffic 2 o'clock 5 miles.
Maintaining 8500, looking for traffic.
I'm the only one that likes to destroy mountains with Sukhois flying low. No, you're not the only one. I like to do that with helicopters. I'll take, for instance, the Magni gyro, the auto gyro in flightsim 2024. That's an amazing thing to fly, especially in VR. There's so much fun, low level flying with that one. That's really funny. But well, if you do that in VR, that's just amazing. The speed you get from that thing is hilarious. Right, about to change course. So yeah, that's the city of Uesca.
Mike Charlie climb and maintain 10,000.
Let's see from the outside. Where's the city? Where is the city of Uesca? Should be here. Can't really see it. It's a very small town, but should have been a little bit bigger than this. But yeah, this is it's kind of funny to do it now in 2D. It's so different. Let me see if I'm gonna check the. So how's the mic, by the way? How's my mic, by the way? Is it any good? Should it be a little bit louder? I don't know. Just let me know. Because I got a different mic now. Hopefully it's better. Because normally I use the mic from my VR headset. But that's only when I'm flying in VR, of course. Right, we're about to change course. So when this needle here, the yellow one, is losing its signal, that means we are on top of the VOR. The airfield should be in front of us. Yeah, there it is. There's the airfield. So the VOR is at the airfield. So once we are on top, this needle will go flat and then pointing backwards, then we are right over the VOR. That means if you don't get any signal from the VOR, you're in the cone of silence. Also the cone there, where there's nothing to receive from the VOR, and then it will switch over. But by the time that happened, we're already on a second track inbound to Pamplona. Here's the airport. And then we're going more towards the mountains again. So keep an eye out on this this yellow VOR needle. Slowly gonna zoom in a little bit. As we are going overhead now. No, it's not changing.
Southwest 912, proceed direct to the block intersection.
There it goes. There it is. See? Now it's pointing away from the VOR, and we're flying 303 away from the VOR, and then a little bit of offset because of the wind, so we can stay on this track. So the next one is Pamplona. It's already picking up Pamplona. What is the range? 71. So yeah, that's within 85 miles. So it's already picking up the Pamplona VOR. My opinion on Russian aircrafts. Well, yeah, you like to fly the jets, of course. I don't really have an opinion. I never fly jets, but I think they're good fun to fly. And if the developer is doing a good job, it's going to be good fun. But I think you mean in general within the sim, within Flight Simulator, the Russian aircrafts, or in general? I don't really have an opinion about it. There's some great aircrafts. When I was in the Air Force, we had a helicopter ride in the back of the Hind, the Russian helicopter, the Mi-24. That was quite an adventure. That was fun. I also had some flights in the Mi-17 in real life. That's the HIP. Yeah, when you look inside, it's a completely different different look than the modern Western helicopters. Especially the seats in there and all the gauges. But that is yeah, I was in the Air Force, man. I was in the Air Force. The Dutch Air Force. Not the US Air Force, but the Dutch Air Force. For 20 years. I was a loadmaster on transport helicopters and fixed-wing military transport aircrafts. Yeah, man. That's what I did a long time ago. But yeah, I know you've seen it too with Russian aircraft, even the jets. They all have this green or blue glare shield. Like this one here in the Cessna, this is beige glare shield. But in the Russian aircraft, it's more that the green or blue, and that is intentionally, because if it's bright, you don't fall asleep. And in the Western jets, it's all dark. It's easier for your eyes. It's also easier to fall asleep. And that's why they have those bright colors. That's a fun fact, right? It's your dream to be in the Air Force. Yeah, man, it's great. Yeah, I started out as a helicopter mechanic on the small helicopters, and then I was a loadmaster on the transport helicopters. So you have now in the sim, you got the Airbus 225, and I have a video on my channel, like a pre-flight inspection of the 225. And I was a loadmaster for 9 years on that helicopter. I know all the ins and outs of that one. And then I went to the Fokker 50, Fokker 60, C-130 and the DC-10, and that's a tanker aircraft. So I did refuel some jets in the air-to-air refueling, and did a lot of cargo missions as well with the C-130. So yeah, I flew with the royal family with the Fokker 50, and we did some Coast Guard, 3 years Coast Guard in the Dutch Caribbean with the Fokker 60. That's the enlarged Fokker 50. And yeah, that aircraft was completely overhauled to be a maritime patrol aircraft with a radar on board, so we could detect ships and small boats, especially for counter drugs operations. And fishing, or controlling all the fishing ships and the small cargo ships in the area there. So yeah, that's what I did, man. For 20 years, nearly 20 years. I think it's about 19 and a half years. So yeah, that was good fun. Let's see where we're going. Look at this. We're going back into the mountains. Look, there's no pilot in there. Flying all by itself. Yeah, and yeah, well, from the Air Force is also my my love for aviation. It's been there always, but yeah, now especially with the sim, that's amazing. Of the Bangladesh Air Force. Well, you can always try to get into the Air Force, of course. It's good fun, and no matter what you do in the Air Force, you're part of a of the whole community in the Air Force. Even if you're just a mechanic, you are making sure that for example, an aircraft is good to fly. So when I was a mechanic, we did the pre-flight inspections. So you start early in the hangar, you're inspecting your helicopter with the pre-flight inspection, for the first flight of the day. Make sure everything is okay. You get the helicopter outside. The pilots will come and they will ask you if everything is okay, and you do the startup for them, or you stand outside during the startup. And you're always happy when you see them come back and the aircraft is still doing very good. You're part of the whole chain of events, because you're the one that's making sure that that aircraft is good to fly and safe. The pilots, they count on you that you do your job well. You count on them that they do their job well, so they don't crash the aircraft. And you're all part of this big chain of things to come. And it's really amazing. And even if you're just an electronic engineer, you have to make sure that the flight instruments are good. You have to check the flight instruments regularly. You're the one that pilots count on, that you do your job well, because they have to rely on their instruments. For example, if there's an airspeed indicator and you have to calibrate that airspeed indicator or repair it, if that's your job, you have to make sure that that airspeed indicator is disassembled correctly, put back in the aircraft correctly, and that it works, because it's a very vital instrument. You're part of a whole system, and everyone is appreciated in that. And that's a really nice thing to do, especially in the Air Force. And you make friends for life. Let's see, 45 miles. Right. You got a Air Force logo right above your desk. Cool. Yeah, that's nice, man. I don't think I can put up some picture here. Let me see if I can find one. Let me see. I can find a picture on my Facebook, or maybe I can show it if it's gonna load anytime soon. Yeah, there we go. Let's go to
Alpha Bravo, squawk 5260 ident.
my photos.
5260 and ident Bonanza 632 Alpha Bravo.
Alright, I'll show something. Let me see, where is it? This is me. Why don't I see the photos? Oh, here are the photos. Alright. Let me see. Where can I find a nice one? Alright. Get this. I have to find a good photo, man. Save image. I'm going to documents, pictures. Save in there. Let's find another one so we can scroll through those pictures.
November 245, Mike Charlie climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Climbing to 10,000 feet. November 245, Mike Charlie.
That's not a good one. Let's go up an album. There's so many pictures, man. But I have to find the correct ones. Can't share everything. Where is this one? This is that's not the correct one. My profile pictures? No, not really. Let me see, where is it? Where is that photo? It should be in here. Oh yeah, there is one. Here's one. Save pictures. Save. I can show them in. Here's one. Save image as. Save. And let's do. The other one, yeah, this one. All right, let's see if I can show you a few pictures here from my from my Facebook account. Get that in. How are we doing here in the flight? Still good? Yeah, we're still good. Let me see if I can get some photos in here. So I got a slideshow. No. Oh, maybe I can do that. Image slideshow. Image slideshow. Okay, and then image files. Plus add files, and then I have to go to pictures. Go in here. Those four. Open. Right, so now I think you can see some pictures already up here. If I can change these files, let me make it a little bit smaller. Alright, I think you can see them in the they'll be coming up in a minute. There you go. Well, that's me in a helicopter. Let me get the transition speed and the time between. Make it a little bit longer, like 4 seconds or something, 5 seconds. So this is me In a helicopter? Yep. That's me. Just refueling. Alright, so you see it now. In a helicopter, I'm the one standing outside the helicopter. That's me in the cockpit of the KC-10 in the US. Refueling. And what you see through that window, when I'm staring out of that window, is then the another helicopter, another airplane or a jet. But that was me, man. That was me, long time ago. Right, so where we at? There are the clouds. No more clouds here. It's beautiful sky. Ooh, look at that. Wind gust. Preview here real quick. Alright, here we go. So, okay, so have you tried lossless scaling already? Because I'm using lossless scaling. I'm getting I think about 180 frames per second now. It's really amazing, and it's so sharp and fluid. Get the head tracking on again. Let's have a look from the outside. Look at this. Beautiful, right? Reset the camera. Alright. So did you see the pictures? Pro football kit. Joker. Oh, I need a drink real quick.
Direct to waypoint Bravo Romeo India. Clear direct to Bravo Romeo India, Alaska 709.
Alright, let's see how the say intentions is doing. The volume, that's good. Alright. Alright. Your cat wrote that. Oh, nice. Let's see if we can get some music on for a moment. Let me this one in here, and this one.
Bonanza 762 Alpha Bravo maintain VFR below 7,000.
So let's start a
VFR below 7,000, Bonanza 762 Alpha Bravo.
Alright, I'm back again. Let's have some background music. Let's get the audio up a little bit. Alright. Lovely flying here through Spain.
United 771 contact approach on 12.
So how's the stream, Mr. Football Kid, with the cat? Any good? Because I only seeing a small part, a very small screen in the preview window. So hopefully the graphics and the quality is okay. And hopefully you can hear the music all right. I think so. What's that? I can't read that. Oh, that's what your cat wrote. Is that what the cat wrote? I don't know what that is. I don't know. You're scribbling here in the chat.
Descending via the star, switching to 134.9 American 880.
No problem, man. No problem. Let me check my my commands. Where are my commands? Timer. I think this Discord timer can go all the way up to 12 minutes. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. All right. He's a curious guy after all. Yeah, aren't they all, the cats? All those cats are curious. Look at down here. Look at the windmills. They're everywhere. What an amazing view, guys. This is beautiful.
Currently at 7500, Piper 623, Charlie Echo.
Why is my settings for my comm are so low? Volumes are up. Yeah, that's good. So who do we have as a tour guide? We got Sarah as a tour guide, so we can call Sarah. Let's see if we can get Sarah to say something about this, where we're flying yet. Hi Sarah. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button, wrong button. Let me check. Let me check if I got the correct button for...
You are already under the FAR Basic Information Service to Bilbao at 6,000 feet.
Yeah, I know. Hello Sarah, can you tell us something about Pamplona, where we are flying over now?
Pamplona is famous for its Running of the Bulls festival, which takes place every July. The event has its roots in the 14th century and attracts thousands of visitors each year. The city is also known for its beautiful medieval architecture and vibrant tapas bars. If you look closely, you might spot the iconic Plaza del Castillo, a central hub for locals and tourists alike. Pamplona's rich history and lively atmosphere make it a popular destination for those seeking a mix of culture and excitement.
Nice, this is Pamplona here. Alright, a little bit of music in the background. So yeah, that's our tour guide. So Pamplona is right here below that cloud. As you can see the airport right here, you can see the runway. There it is.
American 106, contact New York Center on 133.2. New York Center.
Where's Pamplona?
American 106.
Let's find another song. Do you hear the music? We probably do. Slowly, a little bit softly on the background. Getting some more clouds up here. All right. That music is loud in my ear. Right. Look at this, beautiful. Oh. Love this. Alright, let's get the head tracking back on. Alright, so Pamplona. And let's ask Sarah something about more about Pamplona. Let's pause the music for a moment. All right. Sarah, can you tell us something about the history of Pamplona?
Virtus Sky 01, continuous plan to Bilbao at 6,000 feet.
Continuous plan to Bilbao at 6,000 feet, Virtus Sky 01.
Roman times, when it was known as Pompaelo, founded in 75 BC. It served as a strategic military outpost and later became an important center for trade and culture in the region. The city played a significant role during the Middle Ages, particularly as a key location for the Kingdom of Navarre. Pamplona is also famous for its fortifications, which were built to protect against invasions, and you can still see remnants of these walls today. The city is perhaps best known for the San Fermin festival, which includes the running of the bulls, a tradition that dates back to the 14th century. So if you ever find yourself in Pamplona during July, be prepared for some thrilling and slightly crazy moments.
Cool. Look at this. This road swirling up ahead in the distance. We're just gonna be do a little bit of cloud surfing here. Oh man, this is beautiful. I did this this afternoon. I was testing it out. I was doing it on my ultra widescreen. That was amazing. I've got an ultra widescreen 4K monitor and a 1080p monitor. But I'm using the 1080p for recording and for streaming. But man, on that widescreen 4K, it was amazing. But it's an ultra wide, so if you're gonna live stream with that, it's not beautiful. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful, right? So how are we on the fuel? I think we need some extra fuel. Let's fuel up a little bit. There we go. Just added a little bit of fuel. And we're good to go. Yes, we got the fuel flow, fuel quantity. See if I can add some more fuel in here. Not really now, but we're still good. Here we go again. So what is next? Let's go here and here. So 21 miles, and then we're going. Let's do a touch and go at San Sebastian. Yeah, let's do that. We're at 21.5 miles out of San Sebastian. San Sebastian VOR. SSN. Let's put that one in there. Let's put that one up there. Let's go back. Let's go back in here. And then back here. Let's ask ATC if we can do a touch and go at San Sebastian Airport. We're 20 miles in the south of San Sebastian. Bordeaux Control, VirtuSky 01, 20 miles south of San Sebastian VOR. Request to do a touch and go at San Sebastian Airport and then proceed to Bilbao. VirtuSky 01.
Virtus 001, clear for touch and go at San Sebastian Airport. After touch and go, proceed to Bilbao. Contact San Sebastian Tower on 119.855 for further instructions.
Cleared for touch and go at San Sebastian Airport. After touch and go, proceeding to Bilbao. San Sebastian Tower on 119.855 for further instructions. VirtuSky 01. Alright. So 855. So we're gonna switch to San Sebastian Tower. San Sebastian Tower, VirtuSky 01, 6,000 feet. We are 16 miles in the south. Request touch and go, and then proceed to Bilbao VFR. VirtuSky 01.
VirtuSky 01, runway 4, left circuits approved. Report midfield each time. After touch and go, proceed to Bilbao VFR.
Runway 4, left circuits approved. Report midfield each time. After touch and go, proceed Bilbao VFR. VirtuSky 01. Alright, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna descend, I think, to about 3,000 feet. Alright, here we go. You're back, man. Thanks. So we're gonna do a touch and go at San Sebastian Airport. Beautiful little airport at the coast. We're cleared to do a touch and go at the runway 04. So I'm gonna set this one to 04. Alright, so we are 40 miles out and we're descending. We're on the coast, so that's
9001 Bravo, hold short of runway 33 traffic on final. Holding short of runway 33 Beechcraft, November 9001
as
Bravo.
we are in the clouds now. We got some terrain below us. You can see the ground down there. So it's a just have to pop out these clouds here. Let's set the correct altimeter. Whoa, it's terrible weather here. Look at that. Look at those mountains here. Oh man. Where did I get myself into? Do I have some panel lights?
Making left traffic, runway 30, Skylane 422, Alpha Mike.
Yeah, we got some panel lights here. Here we go. Alright, so we're gonna switch to heading mode. Otherwise we're gonna fly into a mountain. Let's keep this altitude. Autopilot off. Let's go around these mountains. Just my luck again. Whoops. Here we go.
Skylane 422, Alpha Mike, hold short of runway 27 traffic on final approach. Holding short of runway 27, Skylane 422, Alpha Mike.
There's some high mountains on this side. Let me get my head tracker back on. There we go. Alright, so a little bit of hand flying now. And it's windy up here in the mountains. I'm gonna zoom in on this map. So we had to get around a little bit of the higher mountains on that side.
Bravo, enter right base, runway 22. Right base, runway 22, Skyhawk 9001, Bravo.
Because we don't want to be in that weather. San Sebastian is just behind that mountain ridge. Oh, we're good. And this is difficult for me to fly now in 2D mode and don't have any depth perception. When you're used to flying in VR, it's so different. at 3,000 feet. So we are approaching San Sebastian, which is over there. Just at 12 o'clock.
Skyhawk 505 Alpha Mike, descend to 2,000 feet, report established on the localizer. Descending to 2,000 feet, will report established on the localizer. Skyhawk 505
Alright.
Alpha Mike.
Trying to do this as as good as possible as I can in 2D, because this is something else that I'm used to. Just coming over those mountains here, make sure that I'm not losing too much altitude here. We're so close, it's 4.5 miles. There's the airport, I think. Is it straight ahead? Should be. Should be. Runway 04, he said. I already have that set at runway 04. Oh, we're on the other side. Okay.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta, extend downwind, I'll call your base. Extending downwind, awaiting base call, Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
Trying to find that airport now because it should be somewhere here. Oh, San Sebastian is oh yeah, to the right. There we go. So if I'm doing this correctly, that's LESO. Yeah, there we go. Look at those clouds. We're gonna fly through here. There's a little bit of low-level flying here with the caravan. There's the airport. Let's go to the left. There it is. 04. San Sebastian Tower, Sky 01 is 3 miles final, runway 04 for touch and go. Say again for Sky 01.
B2 Skyro 01, runway 4, cleared for touch and go. Report midfield each time.
Cleared for touch and go, and after this touch and go, we will proceed to Bilbao VFR. Sky 01. A little bit low. Right. Oh, that's so difficult in 2D. I really have to get used to this. Oh man. Don't know how people do this. made it. Flaps up 1. And we're off again.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray, extend upwind I will call your crosswind. Extending upwind, waiting for your call for crosswind. Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
Flaps up. Alright, gonna turn over left. And then we're gonna proceed to Bilbao, and Bilbao is about 50 miles away from us. We're just gonna climb out. Gonna stay a little bit below the clouds here. Once we clear, we're gonna and climb out. Oh, we can climb out as well. We're just gonna go up. Let's get the heading set.
Warrior 371 Bravo, Charlie enter right base, runway 27. Right base, runway 27 for Warrior 371
Come
Bravo,
on.
Charlie.
Come on. Alright, autopilot heading, altitude, let's select the altitude is 4, 5, 6. Let's climb out on the heading and vertical speed. Alright, that's good. Get our vertical speed up a little bit. 1300. So we can climb out above the trees. San Sebastian Tower, VirtuSim 01, proceeding direct to Bilbao VFR. VirtuSim 01.
Cairo 01, basic information service cancelled. Proceed direct to Bilbao VFR, frequency change approved.
Proceeding direct to Bilbao VFR, frequency change approved. VirtuSim 01.
Diamond 371 Bravo, Charlie, make a 360 degree turn to the right for spacing.
Alright, so frequency change approved, so we're going back to Bordeaux Center. Bordeaux Center, VirtuSim 01 just finished the touch and go at San Sebastian, proceeding to Bilbao at 6,000 feet. Request VFR flight following. VirtuSim 01.
Nobody's listening on 133.785.
Oh, nobody. 133.178. Let's get this one. Yeah, this is the good one. Bordeaux Center, VirtuSim 01, just finished the touch and go at San Sebastian, proceeding VFR to Bilbao at 6,000 feet. Request VFR flight following. VirtuSim 01. I must have changed the frequency.
VirtuSim 01, you are already under VFR basic information service to Bilbao at 6,000 feet.
Roger, VirtuSim 01, thank you very much. Alright, so on to Bilbao, and then we're gonna set the GPS mode. And then we're gonna turn and follow our track. And the funny thing with say intentions is, of course, that we can also switch to IFR. So if so yeah, we're going, let's be first set the power correct, otherwise we're gonna overspeed. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so what we can do here is go into our flight plan. So, and then down here, and then load a procedure. What we're gonna do is an approach at Bilbao. What do we want to have to do? We first we're gonna go to this one, waypoint info, frequency ADIS 1183. I'm gonna set that frequency in my standby frequency. 118 830. Wait, 5. Why is this the wrong one? I can't set it in this one. So what I'm gonna do is I put it in here. 1183. Let's listen to the ATIS.
NV departing runways 3028. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information X-ray. Bilbao Airport, information X-ray. 1630 Zulu. Wind 050.
Alright.
Visibility 10.
Oh, I got so many of them and I can't see my mouse anymore.
QNH 1036.
Oh, come on.
Density altitude minus 1300 feet. Transition level
There we go.
60. Arriving
Let's
and
change.
depart.
Alright, let's change that one. So that's Bilbao. Runway 30. So we're gonna do a procedure at Bilbao, load procedure, approach, runway 30. We're going for the visual runway 30 approach. It's gonna be just fine. We can do we have another one? That's the localizer, ILS, VOR. No, we're doing to the visual 30. Load approach. Check. Go back in here. Go back to the map. Zoom out. So here is gonna be our approach.
November 245, Mike Charlie climb and maintain 10,000 feet.
Climbing to 10,000 feet. November 245,
Alright.
Mike Charlie.
Good. Back to my map. Zoom out. And going back up here. As there's nothing to see at 6,000 feet. We're in the clouds. Hey Art. Goedemiddag. Je krijgt je PC in combinatie met Quest 3 niet goed geconfigureerd. Are you using virtual desktop? Alright, ik zal het even in het Nederlands voor jou doen, Art. Probeer het met virtual desktop en gebruik dan virtual desktop XR, VDXR. En dan moet je het, als het goed is, wel voor elkaar krijgen. Bij twijfel ga even naar via FlightSim Guys channel. En hij heeft wel redelijk wat filmpjes over de Quest 3. Hoe je die het beste kan opzetten. Want virtual desktop samen met VDXR, dat is de beste mogelijkheid voor de Quest 3 met Flight Simulator. Dat is dus je moet echt even gaan naar VR Flight Sim Guy. Ik weet niet, ken je zijn kanaal? Anders zal ik kijken of ik zijn kanaal hierin kan zetten. Maar ik denk wat, die heb je ook. Oké. Check. En probeer dan DLSS performance en dan upscalen. Of DLSS balanced of DLSS performance en dan upscale dat naar de juiste resolutie. Ik gebruik nu ook DLSS performance. Het is in 2D mode nu, maar het is echt perfect. En ik gebruik in 2D mode gebruik ik lossless scaling. Ik heb 180 frames per seconde. Dat is echt bizar. Maar ja, voor je Quest 3.
Virtus Sky 01, contact Bilbao Tower on 118.5.
Bilbao Tower 118.5, Virtus Sky 01. Bilbao Tower, Virtus Sky 01, with you at 6,000 feet. Request the visual approach runway 30.
Virtue Skyros 01. Descend altitude 2000 feet. Cleared for the visual approach runway 30. Wind 050 at 5.
Descent altitude 2000 feet. Cleared for the visual approach runway 30. Winds 050 at 5. Virtus Sky 01. Alright, so let's go down to 2000 feet. 2000 feet.
Virtue Skyros 01. Cleared for the visual approach runway 30. Winds 050 at 5.
Cleared for the visual approach runway 30. Virtus Sky 01. Alright, let's go in here. Let's go here. Let's get this approach. Activate approach. Alright. Back to the map. There's top of descent, but we don't have VNAV, so we have to do it like this. Alright. Ja, dit is bijzonder, jongen, dit is zo mooi. Really beautiful, and using say intentions AI ATC. Wat geweldig is. Kijk eens, ik heb ultra graphics allemaal. Dit is geweldig. Alright. So we're descending to 2000 feet. How's the descent going? Ik wil natuurlijk niet in een tegen de grond aanvliegen nu. Alright. No VR flight today. Just in 2D because that's a lot easier for live streaming, and now I can read the chat as well. But I do have my head tracker. I'm using smooth track and then using my phone, and the phone is then connected via the Wi-Fi network to OpenTrack, and now I can look around. I can look up and look down.
Hold short of runway 22 traffic on short final. Holding short of runway 22, Skyline 422 Alpha Mike.
And we're descending. It's but yeah, no VR flight, because for live stream I think this is a lot easier to look at than when you're streaming in VR, especially when you look around in VR. It's very annoying to look at. So I thought let's try this in 2D mode, and it's amazing to see the high graphics that you can use in 2D mode and not in VR. It's Alright, so 2000 feet. I'm not sure if you can make 2000 feet here. Anyhow. What's this with these mountains here? 400 feet to go. Oh, I think we can make it 2000 feet.
422 Alpha Mike.
Just clear of that mountain top there. All right, here we go. So we're just gonna follow the GPS. Ooh, this is close. Look at this. Wow. And this mountain top here. Ooh, is I love this. Alright, so
Skylane 422 Alpha Mike, make left traffic, runway 36, cleared for takeoff.
Making left traffic cleared for takeoff, runway 36, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
alright. Oh. If you hear something cracking, that's my my chair. Is mooi hè, Art, dit? Ja, is prachtig jongen. Alright. Not sure if Football Kid is still watching, but wait a minute, let me check here. If you're still watching, let's switch English for you. We are approaching Bilbao. Okay, at the airport. We can see the airport is right up there. Let's switch to approach. We're just way above the glide slope. So yeah, there's no vertical navigation in here. Alright, we gotta take off a manual.
Right base runway 21 for Bonanza. November 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2.
There's the airport. Bilbao Tower. VirtuSky 01 is 6 miles final runway 30. I think it's 6 miles. I don't really see it. What was it?
Virtu Skyros 01,
Yeah.
runway 30, winds 050 at 5, clear to land.
Clear to land, VirtuSky 01. So the call sign is VirtuSky 01. I use that one with the career mode and then with say intentions. Alright, 3 white, 1 red. Right, on the glide slope. See that this glide slope is way off.
4 Foxtrot Alpha 2, turn left, heading 180, contact departure.
Left to 180, contacting departure Bonanza 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2.
Full flaps. Slowly correcting. And this is so difficult, Art, in 2D mode. But it's so beautiful with the ultra graphics. Winds are 050, so winds are coming from the right, as we can see. bit low. Yeah, it's so beautiful, and especially with lossless scaling and then a little bit of sharpening in there. It's even sharper than what you see in the video. It's so beautiful and so smooth. I wish it was so smooth all the time in VR. Oh man, that is a terrible landing, but anyhow. I'm not used to landing in 2D. Let's break. Oh man. That's a different runway, or do we have to get... I'm just taking this one. Not sure where I have to go, but flaps up. Let's go to the airport here.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray expedite climb to 2,000 feet traffic on departure. Climbing to 2,000 expediting Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
Oh, dat is een leuk idee, man. Dat moeten we eens een keer uitproberen.
Virtue Sky 01. Contact ground on 121.705.
Ground 121.705. Virtue Sky 01. Alright, let's switch. Ground Virtue Sky 01 is taxiing to General Aviation Parking. Ja, lijkt me leuk om die quest 3 een keer uit te proberen.
Bilbao ground, taxi to General Aviation Parking via Alpha, Bravo Charlie, welcome to Bilbao.
Taxi to General Aviation Parking via Alpha, Bravo and Charlie. Thank you very much. Virtue Sky 01. Alright, let's see where we can go off the runway here. Ja, moeten we zeker doen, Art. En anders bel ik je wel via Facebook. Dat kan ook, hè? Via Messenger. Ik weet niet of je mijn nummer hebt, maar anders bel ik wel via Messenger. Dan zie je me vanzelf verschijnen als het goed is. Dan moeten we dat eens een keertje opzetten. Want, ja, ik ben benieuwd hoe dat werkt. Ik ben benieuwd hoe die... de Quest 3 het ook doet op mijn PC. Dat vraag ik me echt een keer af. Kijken wat de kwaliteit is. Ja, gaan we doen. Gaan we doen, Art. Alright, ik ga me hier gewoon parkeren ergens. G15. Alright. Okie dokie. Let's set the parking brake. And cut off the engine. All my lights off.
3671 Golf Sierra, hold short of taxiway Delta traffic crossing.
Holding short of taxiway Delta Gulfstream 671 Golf Sierra.
There's so many lights. Alright, die uit. En dan dat kan ook uit. En dan kunnen we gewoon lekker naar buiten lopen. Even kijken, daar staan we. Walk around mode. Right. Oh, 4090. Nice. Oh, dat is wel een stukje beter dan die ik heb, Art. Nou, dat moet goed te komen. Dat moet goed komen met die Quest 3 van jou. Kwestie van goed instellen. Maar daar help ik je wel bij. Dat komt goed. Maar dat moeten we zeker gauw een keer doen, Art. Ik bel je straks nog wel eventjes. Dus als het goed is. Dan bel ik je even via Facebook Messenger. Want ik moet toch nog eventjes wat doen beneden. En dan bel ik je zo meteen over een half uurtje als dat goed is. Ja, ik ben dan klaar met streamen, dus ik bel je over een half uur eventjes uit. Dan kunnen we dat even afstemmen. Is makkelijke klets ook, hè? Dan via zo'n YouTube chat. Alright. Goed. Daar sta ik dan. Oh, jongen. Kan hij niet een beetje mooier staan? Alright. Goed, ja, tot zo, Art. Dan ga ik hier afsluiten. En dan bedankt voor het kijken maar weer. En tot de volgende. Eventjes mijn muis zien te vinden. Here we go.